Hello, June. I'm Shane. It is lovely to meet you.
Hi, Shane. Nice to meet you too. Thank you so much for chatting with me.
Oh, absolute pleasure. I want to know a little bit more about you and your career and acting and how you got into it. But first, have you ever been to Australia? Ever been down under?
No, I would love to come to Australia. It's been on my wish list for a long time.
What's stopping you? You never know. You might get a role down here.
Yes, that would be amazing. I mean, there's no better way to travel in my books. Right now, I'm in Michigan for a job. I
Yep.
think it's one of the most amazing parts of acting is that it lets us travel the world. So yes, I love that. Put it into the universe, and maybe I'll see you in Australia for a play or for a movie.
I hope so. I hope so. I've seen a few of your movies, but you have quite an extensive career. A lot
Oh,
of independent films, a lot of television appearances. But
yeah.
this movie is an apocalyptic movie that we're talking about. How did you manage getting cast in this with, people like Lauren and Dermot and Andrew?
Yes, yeah, it was such an honor to be part of that cast. I know Andrew from acting school that we went to, like just a little 2-year program in Santa Monica, the Baron Brown Studio, which was and is an amazing school for actors in the Meisner tradition.
Yep.
And Andrew and I met in the halls of that school and became friends. And then when he wrote this play, I mean, excuse me, wrote this short film, which turned into a feature, he sent it to me and asked if I was interested. And I said, oh, I would absolutely love to do this. And then we did it.
That's amazing he had you in mind. I mean, just through a
Yeah.
friendship, but he obviously knew of your creative, talent as well to be cast in such a major role.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I think we got on very well. And yeah, I think we both admired each other's talent in the school.
There's a little bit, well, there's a lot going on in this movie. It's a road trip of sorts where you're meeting different people along the way, but there's also a romantic element as well.
Yeah.
How did you get into character? Is anything specifically that you did? Because the chemistry between you and Andrew is, really good, believable.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, we have a lot of love for each other. We're very close. Um, I remember we used to sit sometimes back to back before we
Yeah.
would start filming and just do some breathing together. Um, but we were sharing a trailer. We were together all the time during the filming of that on, while we were filming and when we were in our makeup, getting our hair and makeup done, we were right next to one another, eating every meal together. So it's kind of like we really were kind of living the Michael and Rose reality, which is that you're constantly with each other. You really learn each other's sense of humor and what bugs each other and what you like to have for snacks. So the filming of the movie, I think, actually really put us in a great place to live the roles of those characters.
Yeah, I believe so because being an indie film and limited budget locations and so forth, it was all the production design and everything was just all there. It was there to see on screen and really well done. Like I said, it's an extraordinary achievement.
Thank you. Well, actually, speaking of locations, maybe Andrew, you talked with Andrew about this, but we actually had a lot of locations. It was like
He
more
mentioned there
locations.
was quite a few, like
Yeah.
considering.
So it almost was like we were on a road trip. We were in a different place every single day. We never unpacked and kind of like docked. We were constantly on the move.
Yep. Which is quite different when you're making smaller films generally.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. It was really ambitious.
And strawberries, a lovely moment in the movie.
Yes, I love that strawberry field scene. It's so beautiful.
That
Rachel
could be
Kleiman, I sit in the
standalone on a trailer, and you wouldn't even have to know what the movie is about, but people would probably want to watch it for that.
Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you for saying that.
When you're on set, is there anything that you have to have? Do you have a superstition where you've got to carry something on you, or do you always take something to every movie that you work on? Personal?
Um, I take my teddy bear with me everywhere. I
Okay.
can't say that I brought it with me to the movie set because that I was coming home to my house every night. But
Sure.
right now, I'm in Michigan for a couple of months working on a project, and I have my teddy bear, and we actually had a fire alarm, and I'm staying in this kind of dormy building.
Yep.
It's what the actor housing, and we had an emergency, and it was really early in the morning. Fire alarms are going crazy, and they're like, get out, not a drill, get out. And I'm like, and I grab my keys and my teddy bear and I run out the door. And it really showed me, I was like, wow, these are where my priorities lie. When the pressure is on, I go for my red teddy bear.
Fair enough. Nothing against that. I mean, you don't have to tell me, but does Teddy Bear have a name?
Yes, his name is Crumbs. Should I go get him?
Sure, I'd love to see. Now we've spoken about the teddy bear. That would be fantastic.
Oh my gosh, he'll be so excited. This is Crumbs.
The aforementioned teddy bear. Lovely to meet you.
Lovely to meet you too. I
And
love this film.
have you had like the teddy for your entire life, I'm assuming?
Not my entire life. It's kind of a good story. Should I tell you a
Okay.
story?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm
All
interested.
right. All right. I'll try to keep it brief. When I was born, I was gifted a teddy bear whose name was Cookie. And I loved that teddy bear, carried him around with me everywhere I went.
Right.
But unfortunately, on a vacation with my family to Florida, to Miami, the teddy bear got lost. Like on the way from the airport to the hotel, my suitcase disappeared.
Oh no.
Um, and yeah, I spent every day of that like week-long vacation. I wouldn't leave the hotel waiting for the cab to come back because I was distraught. The bear was
Yeah.
gone. But the bear never resurfaced. And as soon as we got
Oh,
back from Miami, we had just moved to a new house, my family. I was six
right.
years old, and I used to love to go through the cardboard boxes in the basement. And because I didn't know what stuff we had. It was just kind of this treasure trove of cardboard boxes with
Sure.
treasures inside. And one day I'm going through, and I open up this box and I see this red bear staring at me. And this must have been 5 days after I came back, so heartbroken over losing Cookie. And I see this red bear staring at me, and I'm like, who are you? And I run upstairs to my mom holding the bear. And I'm like, who is this? Whose bear is this? And like, who is this? And she tells me that it was the same way that Cookie was gifted to me when I was born. This bear was gifted to my brother, who
Oh.
unfortunately died as a baby before I was born. It
Oh.
was the bear that was gifted to him, and my parents had just kept it. And my mom like takes the bear and has a moment with it, and then looks at me and is like, you two have found each other, like this is your bear now. And so I named this bear Crumbs. It's like Cookie Crumbs.
Yeah. Well, that's a lovely story. I mean, it's sad as well, but it's also
Yeah.
inspiring and lovely. Thank you for sharing it.
Thank you for listening.
Oh, don't be silly.
Big part of my mythology right there.
June, from what I've seen in your career so far, various movies, you are an outstanding actor. So hearing stories about your
Yeah.
life and different other anecdotes, I'm all in.
Oh, well, thank you. I really appreciate you giving me the chance to share that.
You're welcome. And tell me, an apocalyptic movie is kind of hard to pull off sometimes, but you guys managed to do it. Uh, is there something I mean, it's probably going to be crumbs, but is there something if you're in that situation at the end of the world, you would have to have, what you'd take with you?
Probably, yeah, probably Crumbs.
Yeah,
Maybe yeah, I was gonna say maybe my journal, but I
true.
have so many. I mean, I have like, a trunk full of old journals, but um, yeah,
Yeah, I think I would have to have something to read. I mean, I'd
yeah.
need something to read because not reading would be very hard for me,
What
and
would you have to read?
whatever it might be. But that's interesting that you write journals. Do you take them on set and write them like as you're making films? So maybe you can release a book one day, or is it personal journals?
Oh, no, it's very personal. It really is. I mean, I love to write.
Yeah.
I don't write scripts yet. I never have. Um, for me, journaling is a really important practice. First thing in the morning, usually after I meditate, I make a cup of coffee and I
Okay.
journal. And for me, it's a way of really engaging with myself first and checking in. How am I today? I love to journal about any dreams that I've had and really just making sure I give myself that time to ground and orient before I go into the world and before I go into a character. I firmly believe that we as actors, it's easy to kind of get lost in the stories and in the characters. And I think that's beautiful. I think it's one of the most amazing parts of this job.
Mm.
But I do believe that the stronger you can be in who you are, the further you can go. No, because there's some part of our subconscious knows that we'll be able to get back. So I dedicate myself to making sure that I stay grounded, to meditation practices and wellness practices. And writing and journaling is a big part of that, to make sure that I stay anchored to like what is here, what is now,
Mm.
what am I feeling, what do I need? So that then I can really honestly and like bravely um embody someone else.
That's really interesting. I mean, I know I dream. They're quite epic, spectacular dreams sometimes, but I never remember them. I wake up and think I remember them, and then I just forget. So the fact that you can write them down, that's unique.
I think when you start doing it, you start remembering it more.
Okay.
There's something that happens in your brain of whether I don't know what our brain filters. Oh, maybe this is important. I just have noticed when I start to write it down, then the dreams stay with me much more potently.
So in All Good Things, with Dermot and Lauren in the cast, did you ever spend many moments with them, or how were they as scene partners?
And when I'm ready,
Yeah,
um,
when I'm ready. Sorry. Yeah.
they were amazing. Dermot was such a pro. I just remember how much time he took with the crew and
Yeah.
like shaking everyone's hands and really there was like such humility in him, which was surprising considering he's a movie star. And
He's a
so I
legend. He's been around for such a long time.
totally, yeah, but still he seemed really happy and curious to be there. Yeah, he didn't treat I felt like he didn't treat it at all like a small thing. And Lauren was awesome too. In a similar vein, she and I sat next to each other getting our hair and makeup done for that
Oh,
scene.
great.
And we talked about the character the whole time. And I was like, oh, she really cares. And she came to set, her script was full of notes and ideas. And she wanted to ask me about Rose. And we talked about this piece of dialogue. Oh, why does she say this then? And what isn't she saying? And
That's
so
great.
it was awesome. I felt like, I mean, those are the conversations that we live for, is like getting into the nitty gritty, the psychology of these people that we're embodying. So that was really fun for me. And I really appreciate it because she could have just phoned it in and she didn't. She was really, really present and engaged.
Yeah, I don't think Lauren would be that type of person that would phone it in. And the fact that she spoke to you about Rose, and Rose, to me, watching the movie, had so many different layers as well, and interesting sort of tidbits and sort of intricacies to the character. It's great that Lauren asked you about it, and you could share stories and just have a chat, just in general.
Yeah, it was so fun. She's awesome. They're both amazing.
What about the costumes? Was it something that you helped you get into character? Were you, did you choose any of your own clothes? Because I know the limited budget, sometimes actors have to sort of pick and choose.
I think Andrew had seen, Andrew, so Andrew and I knew each other pretty well going
Yeah,
into,
yeah,
of
yeah.
course we've gotten to know each other much better since, but going in and I think he had seen me wearing overalls. I wear overalls a lot.
Oh, do
And
you? Okay.
so I think that was part of the vision. Like he always kind of imagined Rose in that kind of way.
Yeah.
And so the overalls were just like, yeah, I think part of the character always. And for me, I felt really comfortable. It's so funny. People love to dress me in overalls. In the play I'm doing right now, one of my costumes is overalls. I'm like, what is it about me that just like reeks of like overalls and bare feet?
Well, I think overalls, some people can pull off, really well. Others, maybe not so much. But obviously you do, and they keep coming back to you. It's not by choice. They keep finding you.
Yes, totally.
Uh, How do you find choosing a role? Like, do you find that you have to do a lot of self-tapes? Do people come to you? I know you know Andrew, so that was different. But
Yes.
how do you get roles in general? Is it hard out there for an actor, or are you slowly sort of building your repertoire up by people asking you if you'd like to be part of the film?
No, it's definitely it's hot out here. There's yeah, the job is self-taping. Um,
So
and
nothing
it's
much has
I mean it's
changed
a
really
real
since COVID.
nothing's no, no. Yeah, well, it's gotten much more self-tape world of COVID, which is a blessing and a curse. I love it. I think to me it's liberated us as actors. We can be in other places. There was many
Yeah,
years where I wouldn't leave Los Angeles even for family trips because I was like, what if I get an audition? And I
right.
wouldn't get the audition and then I wouldn't be on the trip and it was you were almost like imprisoned. And now I feel much freer to take projects, take plays, or just go travel and bring my self-tape stuff with me, knowing that I can make a tape at a high, with a high quality from anywhere. So
Yeah,
it's definitely the game of self tapes. Being offered a role such as Rose by Andrew is,
yeah.
I think, a once in a lifetime opportunity, especially at the level that I'm at, is like a tremendous gift, which I will always be really grateful for. I have I do think like the more I work, the more I do see that most of your jobs do come from other people that you know.
Sure. Okay.
I have found that I'm still auditioning for things.
It's
Um,
networking, kind of.
but yeah, it's like getting the audition or building trust with people and people talk and so I do think it's a combination. But I don't mind auditioning. I think auditioning is really important. It's a way of communicating to the creative team what your vision is of the thing. And you get to a certain level and everybody's good. It's not about the best actor or
I'm
who's a
sure.
good or bad. It's really like who is right for the role and also whose vision is going to align. Um, so I think that auditioning is like a wonderful way of you're already in collaboration. You're like, this is how I see this. And if it vibes with them, they'll ask you to, you know, talk to them or do another
Yeah.
audition. And if it doesn't, then it wasn't going to be a fun project for you at all. So I think there's something really important about auditioning. Of course, I would love to, you know, always be working and always have jobs lined up because I think that's the hardest part of being an actor is the lack of job security.
Yeah, of course.
But you learn to trust, you meditate, you make your own work,
It's
find ways
interesting
to be
you've
happy.
mentioned meditating a couple of times now. So that's not just with acting, that's with you in life. You're always meditating and it helps you, broaden your horizons, so to speak, and just chill.
Yeah, meditation has become a really important part of my life. And I do actually have a side business where I do teach meditation and breath work.
Okay.
Often to like corporates and also to artists. And so yeah, that's really important to me. And I think it's really, really helpful in these uncertain times, which we're all in uncertain times.
Sure.
And so just like the journaling and stuff, it's just an opportunity to come back to center and you know, lead from lead from more of an open heart.
You're not only talented, you're such an interesting individual. I'm
Oh, thank you.
loving our conversation. I won't hold you up for too much longer, though. I know our time's limited. How does it make you feel that this movie, this little independent, sort of apocalyptic, romantic sort of road trip film is having eyeballs on it from Australia. Like it's getting an Australian release, and I know it'll do well because I'll be promoting it as much as I can, but I think it'll appeal to a broad demographic.
Well, thank you so much for believing in us and promoting it. It honestly brings tears to my eyes to think that it's getting this far into the world. And I do think that Australian audiences will appreciate it because of its natural beauty.
As do
So
I,
much
yeah.
of like I think of Australia, I've never been, but I think of Australia and I think of like beautiful golden landscapes of, the golden hour and the brush and the water. Like to me, Australia equals natural beauty. And to me, the natural beauty of California is a main character of this film. And the way that Rachel Kleinman and Andrew Johnson shot it, our cinematographer and
Mm,
director, I do think they really really embraced the landscape as a central character. And
mm.
so it's beautiful. So I actually like, I literally feel like I can see our green car like driving through all the way to Australia. But yeah, no, I mean, it means a lot. This story means a lot. Um, and
Yeah.
I don't know if you know, but actually the woman who plays my grandma in the plays is actually my mom.
I was unaware of that link. Okay.
And she's actually unfortunately passed away. She passed away right before the movie came out. So this
Oh,
movie also to me is like this kind of continuation of her legacy and her artistry. Um, so it means the world that people get to see her.
oh. Did she see like a rough cut of the film or
He
anything?
did.
Yeah.
Can you believe that? Yeah, Andrew sent her a rough cut and she loved it.
Oh,
She really
good.
loved it. So yeah, it's
Oh,
amazing that she got to see it. I wish she could have seen it in its final glory, but she saw a pretty late cut and she was such a big believer in it and huge supporter. Um, yeah, so it's really, really cool.
well,
We got to have
another
that together.
sad but happy story, I guess. So thank you for
Oh,
sharing
you know
that as
what?
well. Well, to finish it off, what have you got coming up? You're in Michigan, did you say at the moment? Are you doing a
Yes,
live show? Is it a live theater or a movie?
yes. I'm doing an amazing production of A Streetcar Named Desire right now. It
Oh,
is
okay. One of the greats.
stunningly gorgeous. It's great. I'm playing Stella, and we have one more weekend this coming weekend. It has been a joy. Stella has been a dream role of mine.
That's
Like
up
I can
there.
go on.
Stellar is up there.
She's up there, absolutely. And yeah, Streetcar, is like the play of all plays. And this theater company in Flint, Michigan, who would have thought is small but mighty. Like, I mean, our set is the most gorgeous set I've ever seen. So that's been a real joy.
Yep.
And I do actually have a movie coming out this year, although the details are still being ironed out, distribution,
Okay.
etc. But people should keep their ear out for a movie called Paradise. And it's a horror film, but kind of genre bending. It really starts from like a very rooted in place and family
Mm,
and the history of West Virginia coal mining and becomes this really beautiful kind of um, horror film. I play the lead character, and we just had our cast and crew premiere just a month ago or something,
yeah.
which was really exciting to see it. I haven't seen any of it, so it was my first time, and it's awesome. And I'm really hoping that we get some kind of news, some kind of update about distribution in the next. I mean, it could be days,
Is
could be
it
weeks.
is it a paranormal or is it more slasher? What type of horror?
More like monster. We have a proper monster
Creature
and
feature.
yeah, creature feature, yeah. But also like one of those movies that's like really about the horror that's been going on to the people of West Virginia for a long time, and my character kind of trying to protect the land and
Yeah.
fighting for her family. So it's that kind of heroic horror film, not slasher, not scream queenie. It's grounded and quiet, and but there's really cool prosthetics and practicals, like really
Okay.
fun. It's gonna be fun for horror nerds, I think.
Well, being called Paradise, I hope it doesn't get mixed up in the television show that's called
I
Paradise,
know.
which
I
is
know.
actually it's a really good show, I've got to say.
I've heard it's fantastic.
It is. So either way, I'll keep an eye out
Yeah.
for it. And you're in it, so it's up a level for me if you're going to be the
Oh,
lead in particular.
thank you very much. I appreciate it.